So, welcome, Priyadarshan. Finally, you accepted my request to join this session and share your insights.
Thank you, Ojaswini. Thank you for inviting me. I'm
And
not used to it,
I
and
know,
even
I
it's
know.
new experience for
Many
me.
congratulations for completion of your postgraduate. No, it's not postgraduate, doctorate.
Yeah, right.
Okay, can you tell
Right.
us more about your background? Like, since how long you've been practicing astrology and
Okay.
which segment?
Okay. So basically, I'm from a Keralite. I'm from Trivandrum.
Trivandrum. Okay.
So Trivandrum, yeah. My formal education is engineering. So yeah, like any other, it's mechanical engineering that I completed. But astrology, how I started is it's from seventh standard, along
Seventh
with my father.
standard.
Yeah.
That's quite young. उस टाइम पे बच्चा ABCD सीख रहा होता है.
हाँ बच्चा है ना इसलिए थोड़ा टाइम मिला था
तो,
चाइल्डहुड
तो,
में
तो तुम ग्रह ग्रह की गणना सीख रहे थे कि सूर्य कौन सा है, चंद्रमा कौन सा है.
Yeah, actually, my father, I have to give the credit to my father.
हम्म.
He started learning astrology when he was working. He's a government employee.
हम्म.
So he used to attend weekend classes.
हम्म.
So along with him, I used to go to astrology class.
हम्म.
So slowly I started developing.
हम्म.
And he completed the formal way, everything over that time itself. But my learning began from there, from him. I started reading. I started
हम्म.
asking him.
हम्म.
So then it went along. That's how I
Okay.
got carried with it. Then I started numerology, then Vastu, little bit over all the areas.
Okay.
Anyway,
So
it's
you.
a long time, but only we can learn little, about it.
Hmm. Okay, so you are a Purana Chawal here. Can I call it a Purana Chawal? Somebody like who's having good exposure and experience, not exposure but experience, been brought up in such an environment where you can learn. That kind of nurturing happened since your childhood.
In astrology, if you're asking, yeah, I've got
Yes.
good gurus. Still, I'm
Hmm.
under good gurus, you can say that. Still,
Okay. Okay.
still, I'm fortunate that I've got good teachers. Yeah.
That's so good to know this. And why you have chosen engineering, like coming from astrological family? I must say your father is an astrologer.
No, my father is not an astrologer, and we are not from astrology family.
Okay.
Everybody is into government sector,
Hmm.
banking,
Hmm.
police, all
Okay.
this. Even my
Okay.
father.
Hmm.
Okay, I didn't thought of becoming an astrologer, and it's not. It was not my aim at all, and still not. I've not thought of like I want to do a career in this. No, I like the subject. I started learning. So that's how we do. That's how, even at college time period, I didn't think of astrology, even now also. It's
Hmm.
a side line. Okay, in the side wise, I'm doing it.
And in sidewise, you have done PhD.
Side
That's
wise, I've done PhD. Right, exactly.
okay.
So the
That's
interest began.
wonderful.
It was not
Hmm.
the aim to start as a career, to be honest.
Okay.
Complete your engineering, get into IT sector, yeah, do a job like that. So it
Asa.
was after that also I got time to explore this. So
Hmm.
I'm just going like this, still learning.
So what are your
It's very
plans
good.
further? Like you want to pursue into astrology or you'll join technical line? Like how you're thinking to manage like both the segments coming from altogether a different background. See, I completely consider
Mm,
astrology and science, and
mm,
obviously it's more of a parascience, or we can say like
mm,
where intuition work a
mm.
lot. That's
Yeah.
important part which is kept for intuition and
Mm,
calculations. One can calculate, but then to derive the right meaning out of it, and then
mm,
telling people which actually need a combined your punya or some forces, your past deeds and karmas, right?
mm,
So how you are
mm.
planning further, like taking both these segments, you're planning to take it forward, or just you're planning for astrology, or just for technical background? I mean, an engineer.
Yeah, I'm an engineer. Yeah, but artistic taste is there in me. So Like,
Okay, so
अभी
prominent
बोलते हैं ना,
Venus.
prominent Venus. Correct, correct.
Prominent
You know
Venus.
about the modeling stuffs and all those things. I have
Uh-huh.
told you.
Okay.
So
Okay.
occult will be a part of me.
Hmm.
That I can assure you.
Hmm.
Astrology,
That's
so these things will be a part of me. And how well it'll go in the future, that we'll see. How I'm going to make an impact, it depends on that.
hmm.
I
So
have
that's
experience on
wonderful. I
learning.
mean, I am like
Hmm.
so happy, no, because this is the first time we are having this kind of discussion. We know each other since quite long time, I must say. But we never try to
Uh,
understand and deep down to know like from what background we both are coming. We've been, used to
uh,
talk about astrological charts and sharing
mm,
each other's insights, what our perspective
mm,
on one chart.
mm, mm.
So fascinating to know you as a person, like from what background you are coming and what are your क्या कहते हैं उसको, तुम्हारे आगे के प्लान्स क्या हैं, वो अच्छा लगा जान के. सो अभी राइट नाउ प्रियदर्शन, आई नो यू आर कनेक्टेड विथ फ्यू प्लेटफॉर्म्स, यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग एस्ट्रोलॉजर, डूइंग क्वाइट
Yeah.
वेल. So,
Mm.
can you tell me like what kind of major concern you feel like it is? Uh, I mean, the majority of problem which people are facing, including me, you can count on me as well. I know every time like I used to talk to you. अच्छा ये चार्ट देखना मैच हो रहा है क्या?
uh, okay. See, problems, it depends upon the age group, that I can tell you. Uh, Clients who are like 50 to 70, they come with a different kind of issues. Maybe the property, the
Hmm,
selling, their
hmm,
finance, their
hmm,
family, whatever it
hmm,
is.
hmm,
But most people are between that 18 to 35, 40 category, है ना?
hmm.
The problem mainly I see is with the relationship part.
Relationship
Obviously,
part.
obviously, career will be there, finance will
हाँ
be there.
हाँ.
Even if they come for a career consultation,
Hmm,
at the last 10 minutes or 20 minutes, hota hai na, when
hmm,
the vibes go well, they will disclose
hmm, hmm.
their personal life. So in every chart, even if we don't ask about it, that will be revealed by the client.
Correct. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
most of the things it will be career consultation. But when they
Uh,
ask and when they find a comfort, then they will ask. I have someone, it's like this, or it
uh,
happened like this. So what
uh,
is it on that aspect?
uh.
So that's the common thing I have found out.
That is a more of an emotional quotient that people, वो
Hmm,
relationship वाला part थोड़ा emotional वाले side में आ जाता है. Practical के लिए
hmm,
तो people come for their profession, their पैसा कब
right.
आएगा and all. So, what is
And
your approach looking to a chart when you want to see if somebody is, because nowadays even I get a lot of consultations regarding divorces. There are major
mm,
three types of problems which people face. Like either they are not getting married, marriages are getting delayed, not finding the
okay.
suitable partner. Second
Mm,
issue is that people are not having marital bliss in the relationship, but still they are somewhere struggling and juggling with the relationship. They don't have any option to, skip that part. They have to suffer anyhow. And third is like the divorces which is going on and not able to find the final outcome, struggling with the divorce and litigation issues. Last is second marriage. Usually, these are the four segments where maximum major issues fall. So, if somebody is coming to you, coming for the first, bringing the first problem that I am not getting married, I'm not able to find a suitable match. Like, what is your approach to look in the chart, whether the promise is there in the chart or not? I mean, how you decide whether the person will get a successful marriage or successful relationship, or is it a love marriage or arranged marriage thing?
okay. I think there is two, three sectors to answer this question. One is the matching of charts you asked. I think matching of chart, it's very rare that you get a real good match. I
Hmm.
just have very few charts. Even I
Hmm.
have very few charts.
Hmm.
It might be less than 15,
Hmm.
15 couples who's
Yeah.
happily married.
Yeah.
What I consider success is even if they're happy in their 50s and 60s.
Hmm.
Not just we have been married for 5 years, we are happy.
Hmm.
Still, the game is not over.
Hmm.
You got it? And compared to the scenario which is 30 years back and now, okay, that time also finding a suitable match astrologically is difficult. Now also it's difficult. What has changed is the options now it's available.
अर्लियर देयर नो ऑप्शंस. वो मम्मी
हाँ,
पापा जाते थे, लड़की देखते थे,
हाँ,
फाइनल हो जाता था.
हाँ. And there are many marriages that is sustaining because they can't get separated due to many other reasons.
Many other
Still,
reasons, like is there any karma line to it, or how you look into that matter? Like, is there any pending karma or on the part of relationships? Looking into chart, well,
obviously,
technically, I'm asking.
obviously, it's a pending karma. Even if you're living with someone that you don't like, it is you are completing your karma, right?
तो हम कैसे देखेंगे वो? मतलब अगर किसी को एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल एक एक बेसिक इंसाइट अगर देखनी है अपनी कुंडली के अंदर
Mm,
कि
mm,
उसको रिलेशनशिप में सफर करना है, व्हाट आर दोज
mm.
कॉम्बिनेशन दैट मेड समबडी सफर इन रिलेशनशिप, एंड इज देयर एनी रेमेडी व्हिच वर्क इनटू दिस?
Okay. Look, one thing. Now most people prefer love marriage. Mostly,
हम्म.
there are two ways to look into it. Some people's married life will be good, but they have to go for an arranged marriage.
हम्म.
Mentality ऐसा होगा, I want to get a love marriage. So these people knowingly will get into relationships.
ओके. यस.
That is also there.
But then
So
if
for that,
the
you
promise
know,
is not there in chat for love marriage, they are going to, I mean, we
no,
can see, right? We can predict कि love marriage का
mm,
promise है या arrange marriage का promise है. Arrange marriage दिख रहा है. Person वो जानबूझ के जा रहा है. तो फिर that is the relationship वाला part. Affairs वाला
correct,
part we can count on. कि
correct,
that is something
correct.
which is coming from the past birth. That is why they are knowingly going into it. Where the free will is then.
Definitely, it's free will, and the past life karma is also there. If your moon is not strong, if your mind is not strong, obviously you won't take the right decision. Your moon also might be strong. You might
Hmm.
be strong enough to face it, but if your Mercury is afflicted, again decision making can go wrong.
Okay. Relatable.
माइंड तो अलग है, इंटेलिजेंस भी अलग है.
माइंड अलग है, इंटेलिजेंस अलग है.
Correct.
तो कुछ कॉम्बिनेशंस
You
बताओ तुम ऐसा लव मैरिजेस का कि तुम्हारे
love
पास आना
marriages,
ना
like,
पड़े लोगों को पूछने के लिए कि लव मैरिज है चार्ट में या नहीं है, खुद से देख लें कि लव
okay,
मैरिज है या नहीं है.
okay. First, I'll come to the very basic thing. Who has to look
हम्म.
for the marriage part? Will marriage be a good one or it'll be with compromises? You know, it's Venus,
हम्म.
common thing.
हम्म.
It is seventh house. And if it comes for a female, Mars plays a role.
ओके.
Some teachers say it is Jupiter, but Mars plays a role. So that's how I have learned from my guru.
सो थ्री
But
पॉइंट्स
I've
यू हैव
applied
सेड. Venus
3 points of
सेवेंथ हाउस एंड मार्स. For Mars for female, Venus for
yes, Mars,
both the cases because it
both,
is
both.
significant of a relationship in seventh house.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Seventh Lord, then
Seventh lord, fourth thing.
seventh
Hmm.
Lord, second Lord,
Why
and
second lord?
especially it's
Why second
family
lord?
actually.
Okay, it's for
It's
family.
family.
Okay. Hmm.
If you really need a family altogether, a happy picture, you have to consider second house.
Hmm.
It's not just with one person.
Hmm.
That's a
Correct.
larger picture. Maybe
Hmm.
you can come to it on the later part. And most people don't check is their eighth house condition and the 12th house condition also,
Hmm.
which denotes the personal life.
Eighth and 12th. Okay.
Yeah,
How?
that's it. That denotes their personal life, how
I
happy
mean,
they are going to
12th is
be.
for bed life, we can say bed pleasures.
Mm,
Eighth is for
yeah,
cordial bliss or intimacy or whatever we call like
same.
on that part.
Same,
Okay.
because in medical astrology, you know the parts which represent the eighth house
Hmm.
for the male and female.
Hmm.
So it should not be damaged.
Hmm.
Even if the eighth house is afflicted, it won't give you the result of 12th house also. You can match it well.
So initially we have to look for this eighth house, then we have to go for 12th house. I mean, this should be the
Yeah,
approach. Hmm.
yeah. If you're looking for the physical relationship part. But on the general match, you can come to 7, Venus, Mars, second house, and the moon, which is very important. What we call it as the mind connect है ना,
Hmm.
वो नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं चलेगा in your language.
Hmm. You're
This is a
understanding my
major thing.
language, huh? कुछ भी नहीं चलेगा.
What to do? What to
हाँ.
do to make you understand? See, a South person is trying so hard.
I know, I know. I mean, your Hindi will improve.
Definitely, it'll improve, I hope.
Yeah.
And if
So,
you're asking about the love relationship part, you'll have
hmm.
to, the fifth house. Fifth
Fifth
house and
house.
again Venus. Fifth house and again Venus.
Okay. Can you
Let
explain
me
the
provide.
approach? Like, if you want, I can share some chart and
Mm,
we can look on a practical part.
mm,
Hmm?
sure. Should I
Okay,
enter
let.
the details over here or?
I'm just sharing it and you can explain me, right? So let me just make a chart here. Okay. I got a good chart.
Okay.
Somebody who
Okay.
is so very much obsessed with the relationship. And it's
Mm,
like uh, this person is taking consultation since quite long. I'll say the same thing is happening again and again, again and again. Possession with the thought of the lady,
mm.
right? And he even moved out of India just because of that girl, and she's not even aware um, whether he likes him or not. So this is the chart.
Okay. Can you just tell me the number? The D1
It's
chart?
okay. So in D1, it's Cancer rising.
Okay, fine, fine, fine. Done, done.
Hmm. It's Cancer rising, and fifth house Mars in Scorpio, Venus
Mm,
in ninth house exalted and retro as well, right?
mm,
Uh, seventh Mercury Capricorn, Jupiter Saturn in 11th house, Rahu in 12th house, Sun in 8th house. So as you said, like
okay.
8th, 12th, 5th,
Mm,
7th,
mm,
Venus,
mm,
7th
mm.
thought, which is Saturn. So, oh my God, too many things we need to consider in one chat.
I'll tell you one rule or one point which is very useful, and even
Hmm,
the uh, who's learning into the basic part can make it useful for
hmm,
checking their chart.
hmm,
If the fifth house is powerful, if it's very powerful,
hmm,
let's say I wanted to tell before taking this chart, but I'm telling you,
hmm,
if the fifth house, fifth lord is very powerful and not at all afflicted, also, what prediction do generally we say? Let me or from what we have learned, we give a good prediction. His learning will be very high.
hmm,
His wisdom,
correct.
intelligence part is really good on that person. So you can will get all the positivity of fifth house. But let me tell you, if the fifth house or the Lord becomes very powerful,
Hmm.
it's very easy for him to give success in love relationship.
Can you come again? What you mentioned? If fifth house, Lord become very powerful,
Fifth house or the Lord,
or the Lord.
it's very,
Okay,
if it becomes very powerful, what generally we say, we give a good prediction, right? He'll be
correct.
a learned, skilled person. Huh? Wisdom both hoga. He will never back off in anything. Huh?
Hmm,
Pukuna is very strong in his chart.
hmm,
This is everything is correct, but I want to add an additional thing which people can use it. It's very difficult for them to get success in relationship, but even though
why?
this is just the first video, you want me to reveal all the things.
Not everything, obviously. Like I want you to at least clear my curiosity. So I should not feel like कि अभी मैंने प्रियदर्शन से बात की तो मेरे को अधूरा ज्ञान मिला है. हम जिस टॉपिक पे बात कर रहे हैं, तो एटलीस्ट उस टॉपिक पे हम कंप्लीटली वी कैन सी हाफ नॉलेज इज नेवर इट्स नेवर गुड, राइट? So
Yeah.
if I am getting a question that why it is harming, like this place is harming, uh,
Mm.
if fifth lord of fifth house is strong, why it is harming the living signification, or why it is harming the relationship part, rather than giving the intelligence and a lot of good things you are getting, because it's a purva
Mm.
punya wala house.
Correct. Okay. Look, I'm not telling it's a bad marriage, but it'll be a bad relationship. Okay. Again, marriage to comment on it will come to the all the other points, seventh
Hmm.
house, eight, 12.
Hmm.
But the fifth house, you can see many people who are very much learned. They'll be obsessed with it. They want to do excellence in that.
Hmm.
But relationship will, on the parallel side, it will fail. When you are excelling very well, okay, if a person wants to read 10 hours, 15 hours a day, or 20 hours, whatever, if
Hmm.
he's very obsessed with it, obviously his fifth house will be strong.
Hmm.
Okay, this is this one aspect, not always. Even you can get uneducated person also, that's
Hmm.
different.
Hmm.
This is one aspect of it.
Hmm. Hmm.
And when the Lord is so complete, when the house is very complete and positive, uh, it also gives that obstacles will be there in the personal life. मतलब you can study, you can do, get into good institution, वो part तो चलेगा, अच्छा ही रहेगा. Okay, no, no negative effects on that. It will give you the full positive thing. But if that person gets into a love relationship, it's a question mark. It will be a question mark.
Okay.
And how? Uh, I would suggest you one thing. You
Hmm.
apply this in the charts which you get, and then let me know.
Sure.
Okay. Even if I attend, or if you do the next video, or after
हाँ.
5 videos, you can tell. इस वीडियो में ऐसा बोला था that you've got 10 or
No,
15
definitely
charts.
I'll apply. Like I believe in practical learning. You have given me one sutra. I'll apply it on at least 15, 20 charts. We'll check. But then I still not able to get why it is going to happen. Question
Prediction तो
remains
बोला है.
same.
Prediction I
हाँ.
told you to apply practically also.
हाँ.
You will find it is true.
हाँ.
ये क्यों ये
वो हम अगले वीडियो में डिस्कस
again
करेंगे. प्रॉमिस.
अगले वीडियो सूत्र मैं रिवील करूंगा. आई वोंट गिव दैट प्रॉमिस, बट आई टेल
हाँ.
यू दिस. ये तो
हम्म.
शॉर्ट्स बन गया ना, शॉर्ट्स के लिए. फॉर हाउ
हम्म.
लॉन्ग वी टॉक.
ठीक है.
हाँ,
ठीक
ये
है.
कीप
सो
दिस इन
हमने
माइंड.
ये देखा. हमें
हाँ.
हमें एक पॉइंट मालूम पड़ा, किसी का फिफ्थ हाउस बहुत स्ट्रांग हो जाएगा, लॉर्ड ऑफ
या.
फिफ्थ हाउस, तो वो
या.
रिलेशनशिप में स्ट्रगल करेगा, लव अफेयर्स में
यस.
स्पेशली.
डेफिनेटली.
दिस इज फॉर लव रिलेशनशिप. नाउ व्हेन वी
लव
टॉक
रिलेशन.
अबाउट दिस रिलेशनशिप, द सेवेंथ house, when it comes to when family join or the union of two people, two families, उस केस के अंदर how we will consider, is this rule applied here as well, that if the seventh house or lord become very strong, then it will.
No, no, not always. Not always. Because
Hmm.
even if I tell you one point, there will be another point which tackles it or which defends that. So I don't
Hmm.
want to tell that completely. No, it's
Hmm.
not like that.
Okay.
But I'll just stick to the previous question once again. It is, let's say, we know if it's very much afflicted also, obviously it won't give a good relationship. But लेकिन minor afflictions होता है ना, it is just in the sixth house or just in the 12th house. It still can make it successful.
Okay, if it is in the sixth and 12th house.
I mean, just minor afflictions, just only you have supporting 1 or 2 points.
Hmm.
Still, that doesn't matter. You can't tell it's a failure.
Hmm.
You need at least four, above 4 points to tell ये नहीं होगा.
Okay. And failed relationship is seen from when this house will get afflicted, this house get afflicted, this house get afflicted, this house get afflicted.
I'm talking now just about the fifth lot, and
Okay.
obviously Venus will play a role. Let's keep that aside. But
Hmm.
this will give you the answer in most of the charts.
Okay. और ये जो
Okay,
लोग
it's
आते
very
हैं कि
much.
will my partner come back? How you tackle such questions from Vedic astrology? Will my partner come back? And you are not supposed to use any other thing like prashna or tarot cards or XYZ. There are different modalities. तो हम वैदिक से कैसे देखेंगे will the partner come back?
You've asked a very big question.
थोड़ा सा इंसाइट तो मतलब बनता है.
It's very, first of all, it's a rare thing that people come back, people rejoin. We can just tell the marriage will not end. That we can tell. But in love relationship, this will the same person come back? No, the chances are very less. First of all, let's you can apply this rule also. If it's very strong, okay. If you don't have any affliction, also you can tell that they're not going to come back.
Okay.
Fine, the same rule again.
Okay.
You don't need to accept also, deny also. Just try to apply in few charts.
Hmm.
I don't know this person, this chart. Now you have shown me. Okay,
Yeah.
see his fifth house,
Mars, and correct. It's strong. It's its own sign.
own sign. It's very strong.
Hmm.
Okay, obviously Saturn aspect is there. That's different. Saturn will always teach you good lesson. That is different. Like, it's very powerful. At the same time, he'll be very daring person.
Ninth house also get powerful here. Venus got exalted. I mean, you've mentioned that we have to look two things for affair or relationship. Fifth and Venus.
But it's retrograde, right?
So become more stronger.
But at times when an exalted planet becomes retrograde, it's the opposite.
Okay. All right. So how here Venus is going to work in this case specifically?
Okay, so again, this supports my rule. What I'm telling,
Hmm.
Venus is again getting stronger. Okay, except your case also.
Hmm.
Let's say if it's not okay, even though it's retrograde, it's getting more strong. So you
Hmm.
have got 2 points, right?
But you
Now,
right now you just a moment back you've mentioned if it's exalted and retro it give opposite results.
right. No, I don't tell it's opposite results. Exalted retro planet will act as a debilitated planet.
Will act as a debilitated planet because it is retro. It's giving
Retro.
the reverse
Same way as the
effect.
opposite. Same way as the opposite. Yeah, that you know.
If
The
debilitated
debilitated,
planet get retro, it will give the effect of
yeah,
exalted planet.
perfect, perfect.
That will come
But it'll
under
give
the
it
dasha and antardasha.
right, and it'll also give its effect. It'll give its positive effects. Maybe money he'll be getting it. But again, Shukra paisa bhi hai, relationship bhi hai na.
Correct.
Doesn't mean Shukra will spoil two qualities.
Hmm.
If Shukra is spoiled, he should not give money also.
अभी देखो he is running under Venus dasha. Not no, it's
Hmm.
not Venus. Yeah, Venus is going on in Antardasha. Person
Hmm.
moved abroad for studies, higher studies.
महादशा राहु का है ना.
राहु में Venus चल रहा है.
राहु
In
में
Rahu,
Venus.
Venus. Rahu is in 12th house. Venus is exalted in 9th house. The person traveled abroad for higher studies. And that too happened in this part. Rahu, Venus, Jupiter. So here
Okay.
the circuit created.
The best suggestion for this person is arranged marriage. That too, at least after 27, 28 age of his life.
Okay.
That is up to you. You should make him understand.
Quite
Don't-
tough for me. Okay.
uh,
So
because
arrange.
let's say,
Hmm.
hmm, no, the marriage part itself, I didn't get into it. I'm just looking at the fifth and the Venus thing.
Hmm.
Okay, and the general relationship or partnership, they won't stick with the person. Sticking with this person also will become difficult.
Is it because
Let's not
Mercury is sitting in 7th house?
Okay, that's one point. Another point is also there. Can you find out?
Not sticking with the partner.
Ah,
Saturn going in 11th house,
that is fine. Oh, that is
getting
what star
influence
it is.
from outer external world of friends.
हाँ, वो तो बाधक स्थान है
एंड
ना.
राहु 12वें में ये भी एक पॉइंट हो सकता है.
हाँ, सेवेंथ लॉर्ड बाधक स्थान पर है.
हम्म. तुम कौन सा पॉइंट कंसिडर कर रहे हो मुझे ये बताओ.
Here I'm considering for marriage, Saturn in the बाधक स्थान, which happens to
सैटर्न इन द
be.
बाधक स्थान. ओके.
So you know whoever is going to come, they will teach him a lesson.
बिग लेसन. बिग लेसन
Yeah.
रिगार्डिंग व्हाट?
They might not get along well. I can tell that.
नहीं,
Or he
still,
might
if Saturn is going here, it is Badak. It can create obstruction, right? In marriage, there will be a tough marriage. But what kind of lesson? Like, is it related to belief or ideology or religious belief? We can say because dispositor sitting in ninth house.
not just religious thing,
Hmm.
emotionally.
Emotionally.
Emotionally, they can drain him. Yeah.
Okay.
Simple. What is Lagnatipati and the Saturn? It's enemy.
Hmm. अच्छा था. I like it. Okay.
You got. I told you one point.
हाँ, लग्नाधिपति. And so if it is Mitra, like if the Lagna Lord and the seventh Lord is Mitra, then it will be
Hmm.
a cordial bliss in the relationship.
Generally, we can tell. Yeah. Fine. Mostly, you will not have very difficulty dealing with people or
Okay.
opposite people. Yeah.
Hmm.
This is a great challenge. In this chart, it will be a challenge for you.
Okay.
And also Saturn is aspecting Lagna.
So that is giving him kind of obsession regarding relationship. Very much obsessed.
Obsession on
Very
leave
much
about
obsessed.
obsession. It's
Hmm.
also about the house of emotions, right? And that is
Okay.
his Lagna. That is himself.
So this is what we have seen from D1. And when it comes to D9, when we look over the D9 part, like if we are looking for marriage thing, in what cases D9 get activate, or what is your thought on this? Like when we have to consider D9.
Look, from my teacher, like one of my teacher, he gives priority to ascertain the strength.
Checking the strength. Okay.
The strength of the planet. He
Strength of the
uses
planet in
D9.
Shadbala.
Bala. Yeah, what is the actual strength of the planet? For
Hmm.
that he uses D9. क्योंकि आंसर तो D1 में ही मिल गया ना.
Hmm.
Why should we again verify that in D9?
Okay. What is the use of D9?
To check the strength of the planet.
To
The
check the
actual
strength
strength.
of the planet. If a
Yeah.
planet get exalted in D1 and get debilitated in D9, so it means the actual strength is not there with the planet.
No, no. He might appear strong, but he's not actually strong.
What in this chart, because retro Venus exalted, if we look for the Venus part, Venus is, you have already mentioned that Venus is exalted, and retro will give the effect of debilitated Venus, which is somewhere
Mm,
happening. He is
mm,
not able to uh, get the relationship. The girl is blocking him again and again and is trying to chase
mm,
the girl, but नहीं
mm.
मिल रही, बात ही नहीं हो रही है. दुखी हो जाता है, 2-2 घंटे बात करता है, फिर कि मैं क्या करूं. Same question with different kind of words coming. So now in this case, Venus is already in affliction or not in the strength position. Is it going to give a good, like how we will consider for the D9 if we have to look for the
Okay,
Venus only?
okay. The chart has gone. Can you tell me the Lagna of D9?
Here is Cancer, is the Vargottam Lagna.
For Gautam Lagna. Okay. So Venus has gone to the eighth house.
Hmm.
Retro again.
Okay.
So did you get the actual picture of Venus now?
दुख
If
है
your
बहुत.
question is
बहुत
Venus.
ज्यादा दुख है बेचारे के जीवन में.
हाँ. Okay, and one more thing. Look at the seventh house. It's very strong.
Saturn is again becoming very strong.
Very strong.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I'm not telling it's sharp nahi. It will be unsuccessful. He has to be subservient to the partner.
He has to. Okay.
Yeah. He can never be bossy with the partner.
Hmm. ये हमने D9 के 7th हाउस से देखा.
Correct. Even in D1, it is the matching. The points are matching. It's just confirming it again also in D9. That's it.
Okay.
In D1, seventh lord in Badakstan. Okay. And that is aspecting the Lagna also.
हम्म. कौन से स्थान अच्छे होते हैं D1 में अगर 7th लॉर्ड कहीं जाके बैठते हैं तो? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, if it is not here, if it is in 9th house, तब भी मैरिज अच्छा नहीं जाता है. I've seen in multiple cases 7th lord
I-
sitting in 9th house, तो वहां पे आइडियोलॉजिकल डिफरेंसेस आ जाते हैं.
I'll tell you one thing. That's what my reply was. Let's say I'm telling if it's in the third house, or let's
हम्म.
say it's in the fifth house or ninth house.
हम्म.
Still, if it becomes debilited, let's say, or a retro, or in an enemy sign, or not in a good nakshatra, still the result is the opposite. It won't give you the positive result.
थर्ड, फिफ्थ एंड नाइन्थ.
Okay, mostly it's a safe zone we tell na. Even if it is there in a good sign, then if it becomes debilited, then it can't debilited or an enemy sign. Again, it's not going to help it.
हम्म.
For a good marriage, seventh lord Venus should be affliction free. I will
एफ्लिक्शन
tell.
फ्री. ओके, सो
Hmm.
इफ
One
देर इज.
affliction, two affliction. Okay, koi baat nahi. One affliction, two affliction. That's fine.
रेमेडी कहाँ
If
पे
it's
काम
very,
आएगी फिर?
हर हॉरोस्कोप में रेमेडी काम नहीं आएगी ना. It
हर
won't work.
हॉरोस्कोप में नहीं आएगा. किस
नहीं
केस में
आएगी.
आ सकता है? जहाँ पे 2 पॉइंट्स में दिक्कत आ रहा है उधर आ सकता है. मतलब इफ वी आर
उधर आ
कंसिडरिंग
सकता है.
सेवन
हाँ,
एट पॉइंट्स
yeah, in some charts, spouse will be very far away, like seventh lord in the 12th. हम बोलते हैं ना.
बोलते तो यही है. फार होता है, बहुत फार होता है, मिलता नहीं है.
बहुत far होते हैं. But it will still people like who work abroad or just who get transferred every 3 years.
हम्म.
Okay,
हम्म.
couples can go with this kind of match, this kind of
हम्म.
people they can choose. It
हम्म.
will still save the marriage because emotional hatred won't be there.
हम्म.
Emotionally, they might be connected, lekin still, it's the remedy is they're not getting the fruits of the marriage because they're apart.
ओके.
If they want to make the family marriage work in the long term, this is fine.
सेवेंथ लॉर्ड
For
मूविंग इन
example,
लग्न, इन दैट केस.
partner will be heavy on him.
ओके, सो इट्स लाइक पार्टनर विल बी
Uh,
एग्रेसिव, नॉट एग्रेसिव लाइक जिसका चलेगा
Not
वो पार्टनर का
aggressive,
चलेगा, उसका नहीं चलेगा. सबमिसिव हो जाएगा.
obviously.
पर्सन विल बिकम सबमिसिव.
Obviously, the seventh energy is coming to Lagna, hai na? So
हम्म.
that person, if his general nature is like, okay, I'm ready to adjust, everything is fine, whatever you do, that's fine. अगर ऐसा आदमी है तो fine,
अभी
marriage
अगर
will work.
अगर यहीं पे सेकंड हाउस में जाए, इट्स मूविंग 8 हाउस अपार्ट फ्रॉम इट्स ओन ओन प्लेस.
Hmm.
सेवेंथ लॉर्ड मूविंग इन सेकंड हाउस, सो इट्स लाइक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लेकर के आएगा, और फाइनेंशियल
Transformation लेकर
ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन
के
वी कैन
आएगा.
से.
But the success rate is again less in the second house
सेकंड हाउस.
also. Also.
थर्ड हाउस में तो अच्छा
But
कहाँ
aspected
है?
by aspected by Jupiter in a good nakshatra, that's fine. You got it.
ओके,
देखो,
दिस इज
for
एक्सेप्शन.
example, for example, Aries Lagna, seventh lord in the second house, which becomes Taurus.
हम्म.
Got it?
ओके.
So partner's qualities will be very strong in the family. इसका कुछ भी नहीं चलेगा. And what about the Aries Lagna? He's a Mars person. How can he compromise always?
फैमिली के
If a
अंदर
Jupiter
पर्सन हैज टू कॉम्प्रोमाइज.
compromise. But generally, if Aries Lagna comes, he won't compromise, na? In all cases. क्योंकि Mars का qualities भी होता है.
दबने का नहीं
Oh,
है
ah, oh. If it's happening with a Jupiter Lagna, then that's fine. He'll be a bit flexible. So
Okay.
Moon Lagna, bit flexible. Lekin for Moon Lagna, Saturn cannot be in the Leo. That's different. That is a first negative point. That's not comfortable place. I'm just telling you. If the Atmi is if he's ready to compromise, then that is fine. Then it is good. Seventh Lord in Lagna is also good. Seventh Lord in second is also good. If he has kind of a benefic nature or
Seventh
benefic
and the
energy.
fourth should be also good because it's moving in fourth, which is a nurturing partner. Can it
Yeah,
be?
but that's the home environment. The partner's influence will be there. Yeah, you can tell that. But you have to check that individual's nature. If he is carrying that malefic planet ka
लगन में
nature है
राहु
ना,
आ जाए, एरीज का साइन आ
then
जाए.
he'll be very how a fire can adjust.
Uh,
If he's a Venus Lagna, Jupiter Lagna, Moon Lagna, then fine. They will get adjusted to it.
hmm. Okay.
Okay. You're asking me where it is good. Okay. In these cases, it is good. But you can't tell it as a formula. Here, बहुत अच्छा ही होगा. नहीं. It depends on the Lagna. Because we have to see whether the individual will be okay with the partner or not.
Okay. And what is your call on second marriages? Because there are a lot of there's one school who follow for second marriage is eighth house. Some people follow it's ninth. Some consider it seven to eight, which is second.
Okay. Check ninth or 11th. Okay. Some people actually follow 11th actually. Maybe
11th.
we are from the different part of India.
Hmm.
Okay. Some people follow it's
So what
11th.
what approach followed in South India? Like when we look for the second marriage.
Look, South people, many it still say it is ninth. Okay. But from my guru, what I follow is it's 11th.
11th house.
Okay. Again, I won't stamp my opinion on you. You
Hmm.
check it practically. I've
No,
got
obviously,
uh,
I'll not just blindly follow it. If you're telling me something that you applied in the charts, so
mm,
I will definitely go and look into different charts. People got married
mhm,
in which dasha. So, and like
mm,
to track the timing of events, if somebody is getting married, the second or third marriage, because
mm,
a few months back, I got a chart. This lady got married twice,
mm,
and the concern was with the second husband.
mm,
He was not giving the property and all. So,
mm,
and in this case, it's a complicated case, right? So here, like,
mm.
what we have to look is this ninth, 11th, or such kind of complicated charts come when we talk about relationship. Uh, and overall, one thing is for sure, like the person getting married again and again, like twice or thrice, then Venus is badly afflicted. But there
If
must be
Venus
some
is
planet which
afflicted,
is
that's why
giving
they're getting
marriage.
separated first time.
Hmm?
No need to get into second or third marriage. If once is divorced, you can tell Venus is afflicted.
Okay. Okay.
Don't, yeah, yeah. If the 11th house is afflicted, okay,
Huh.
still the character of the partner, it won't be that. If 11th house is strong, or let's say
Hmm.
not strong, that word I have to not use that. If it's carrying positive energy, you can tell him to go for a second marriage, or else even that will be a bit difficult.
Hmm.
Check the Lord of 11th with Lagna, where it is placed,
Hmm.
whether it's enemy, whether it's
Hmm.
afflicted,
Hmm.
whether it's having any negative impact.
Okay.
I told a very strong planet also can give a failure in relationship. And likewise, a afflicted also can give a failure. That we know. That's for sure. If it's afflicted, it'll give failure in relationship. For example, fifth lord debilitated or whatever thing, whatever happens. But minor afflictions, still it can save the marriage or the relationship. Sorry.
It is said that Jupiter aspect can save the marriage, right? Recently, I've
But
got a
only.
chart where
Mm,
Jupiter was sitting in Lagna and
mm.
Saturn was in seventh, but then divorce happened within 6 months.
What was the lagna?
Let me just open the chart.
Male or female?
It's male.
And how is the Venus?
Venus is
Venus.
exalted. Venus is exalted. Let me just cross check it once because from past 2 3 days I'm looking the exalted Venus is only. Okay, no, Venus is not exalted. Correct. No,
Mm,
that's a different chart. I
mm,
got confused. But yes,
okay.
I got a chart where Jupiter was in Lagna and then partner got separated, divorce happened in a short
Can you
span
tell
of
me
time.
which Lagna can you tell me?
Okay, I got the chart. Wait, आ गया मुझे याद. एक second. I have the chart in my mobile phone.
It's all right. You can just tell me the
It's
Lagna.
it's 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 Gemini.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So
Gemini.
this is Gemini. Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter is in Lagna. Saturn retro in seventh house. Moon Ketu in second. Venus in 12th house. And Mars in
Okay.
10th.
Venus in 10th house, right?
12th.
Venus in
Exalted
12th.
Venus, house wise. So in Taurus, Venus is in 12th house.
Okay.
In
Okay.
Taurus sign.
So, so what is the confusion here? Lagna
Confusion
Lord
is
and Jupiter. Huh. It's an
uh,
easy chat. No? You can't go
no,
wrong with
my
this.
my question is like it is said that if Jupiter respect the seventh house or seventh lord, then it can save marriage.
It will not always say. It will not always say.
What are the exceptions when the Jupiter will not save the marriage?
Because here Saturn's role will get heavy. Okay. If one negative is there, if one positive point is there, Jupiter aspect, or let's say two negative points or three negative points is there, still Jupiter aspect can save the marriage. But here it's
Hmm.
heavily afflicted. Eighth house का energy आ गया, retrograde Saturn. Okay.
Hmm.
And the Lagna Lord, seventh Lord, not that good. Even
Hmm.
if Jupiter,
Mercury and Jupiter.
even if Jupiter coming to Lagna, it's not that the combination is powerful, but it's not that friendly. Anyway, Mercury will have its role in Gemini, also Sun.
Okay.
Then see whether Sun and Jupiter are closely conjunct.
Sun and Jupiter. No, no. Sun is of 9 degrees, Jupiter is of 24 degrees. So
Also
in
fine.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's leave that Saturn aspect on the seventh house.
Saturn aspect. Saturn is sitting in
Sorry,
seventh house.
Sun aspect on the
Sun
seventh
aspect
house.
on seventh house. Okay.
5 points. And
Hmm.
the second house Ketu,
Second house Ketu.
you got 6 points.
6 points. Eighth house Rahu.
So just one Jupiter, it's very difficult.
Oh, okay. And how retro Jupiter aspect like it can also break marriages? Retro Jupiter
Yes,
looking
yeah,
hmm,
retro planets can break marriages.
aspect. And
Can break.
aspect is seen in
Yeah.
the D1 chart. Can we apply like these
No,
aspects in D9 charts as well?
no. I don't do it. Maybe it might be there. I don't know. I don't have knowledge on that. And I don't do also.
Okay.
I can comment on
Wonderful.
only the
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
It's maybe lack of knowledge or anything. I don't do that.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I simply ask like most of the people follow it, check it like the Jupiter is
So,
aspecting, and so that is why I'm just clearing out what you have studied and what you have learned from your guru. So anything else that you want to share, like on the part of remedies, anything, any remedy which work, as like in this chart, definitely remedy is not gonna work. Maximum points are on the negative side, only one positive point, right? So as you mentioned that not remedies don't work every time.
first of all, let me tell it frankly. If remedies won't work, if there is no remedy, please tell it frankly to the client. They might get angry with you. They might not like you. It doesn't matter. Okay, but if the prediction comes true, that's a good credit. It might take time. They might have
Hmm.
hatred at that time.
Hmm.
And all the remedies might not work. For example, Saturn in the seventh house.
Hmm.
If you compromise with a person who has a matured behavior and you
Hmm.
are very playful in nature,
Hmm.
that itself एक remedy होगा. ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा रेमेडी मैं नहीं बताऊंगा गो टू दिस टेम्पल इट विल बी वंडरफुल. नो, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. ऐसा रेमेडी won't work. At least if it's heavily afflicted and if you have a bad marriage, I'll make that clear.
What kind of remedies
Remedies.
can work here?
I'll tell you one thing. For Jupiter, you can do a remedy. I don't know how many people have heard. Okay, let's just not just marriage. For if the planet, if Jupiter is weak or anything,
Hmm.
they can feed elephants.
Elephants. Hmm. अब उसके लिए मुझे साउथ आना पड़ेगा या जू जाना पड़ेगा.
हाँ, नहीं जुपिटर के लिए बोला था ना. For whoever has
हाँ.
whoever wants to make Jupiter strong. Okay,
हाँ.
don't be for the sake of it, but
हम्म. हम्म.
obviously you can chant Guru mantra. Okay,
हम्म.
you can pray. That's different. But I'm
हम्म.
telling is कुछ कर्म से, कुछ lifestyle से कुछ changes ला सकते तो feed elephants,
Feed elephants. Hmm.
feed bananas,
Feed bananas to elephants or anybody?
elephants for
Elephants. Okay.
Jupiter. This is
For
one
Jupiter.
remedy, man. हाँ हाँ.
Mm-hmm. And for
It's
Venus,
not.
what will be the one remedy? Feed whom?
Look,
Cows?
for Jupiter, not just bananas. You can make the elephant. You can do charity to elephants for shelter or anything. Provide
Hmm.
food for
Hmm.
treatment. You don't need to come to Kerala. You can
Hmm.
do it through online
Online.
campaigns, WWF. You have many options.
Hmm.
Online campaign से ही थोड़ा पैसा दे दो. Remedy
हम्म.
done.
अभी को एलिफेंट पे मूवी भी आई ना, उसका पर्सन का जुपिटर बहुत स्ट्रांग हुआ होगा, फिर मतलब जुपिटर अच्छा होगा उसके
Definitely,
चार्ट में.
definitely he'll be strong. हाँ.
हम्म.
Also, it'll have an impact in the Dhanstan or the third house. Otherwise, he can't get that interest now.
हम्म. For Venus, you were suggesting some remedy.
No, it's not. It's not always. It's not. ये remedy करो सब ठीक हो जाएगा. No, ऐसा नहीं. It
हाँ.
depends on the seventh lord house, second house, everything. So
So you
there's
have to
not like
consider
one strict.
everything to give one remedy.
Yeah, and at some charts you also need to give 3 to 4 remedies also.
Okay. All right. Anything else that you want to share from your own will? These are the questions that I asked.
Look, see, learning astrology, it's kind of wisdom, right? So that we can take next steps bit carefully.
Hmm.
So at least if people know how to look at their chart, the lords, how is it? And if their fifth house is afflicted or really strong, they don't have to worry about the higher studies or the learning thing. But relationship part, they have to think. Okay, if something
Okay.
failure is there,
I'm 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 taking
knowingly
your words as an advice.
no, no. Even if I come to the next video or not, you have
हाँ.
to put a video after 6 months or 1 year
हाँ.
that taking this point that it has come true or not, or
No, it
you've
is
got
true.
little
I
chance.
see. In my case, it is working. I have Saturn in Capricorn in fifth house, so it's working quite well. I need to look for some more charts uh, having strong fifth house, right? So we'll get to know.
Okay. So where is a Saturn Capricorn?
Capricorn, Saturn in Uttarashada Nakshatra in fifth house.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, it's not. See, you became astrologer. Lot of life lessons. Okay, see your own chart. Huh. Huh.
हाँ. So,
Got it.
नहीं, पहला learning to see what whenever we look for any astrological video or such conversation, पहला दिमाग तो
Hmm.
हम अपनी कुंडली पे जाते हैं ना.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
apply that rule on our own chart first, and then we look to the other charts,
yeah, yeah.
right? So
So it's getting worked in your own chart.
yes, इसका चार्ट में भी हो रहा है. ये सेकंड चार्ट हमने देखा, दो चार्ट हो गया ना कंफर्म.
Your
सो
chart.
अभी और मैं भी 10 लोगों को बोलती हूँ, चलो चलो ये चार्ट्स पे देख के रिसर्च करें. यू आर
Huh.
टेलिंग समथिंग दैट विजडम का कुछ, तो यू आर शेयरिंग योर सम इनसाइट्स. Please
So that's why you are
complete
into
it.
this field. You are into
Hmm.
this field. You're gaining knowledge. It's very strong part. So if you just focus on this, it'll be fantastic.
इतने में इतना ही मिलेगा.
No, it's fantastic actually.
हाँ.
People tell, okay, Saturn, fifth house, no, no, no. So that will give you the great things. People actually, I don't like people talking bad about Saturn. Oh, Saturn, Shani Mahadasha. No, it's a wonderful planet. It'll give you money and results like anything. It's just that some people have not taken examples of people who have excelled in Shani Dasha or with a good Saturn or a strong Saturn. Even with bad Saturn, if we try to adjust or if we do
Hmm.
remedies, if we do good to poor people, remedy हो गया,
Hmm.
you will get success definitely. हाँ थोड़ा late होगा but success will be there.
I got one more question here. I mean, this is the last question.
हाँ
I
हाँ
It just clicked because we have discussed about a fair part, the love segment, and we have discussed about the
हाँ
intelligence and the learning part.
हाँ
There is the third major important part, which is mentioned in the classical text regarding kids for fifth house.
हाँ.
So, is it going to affect on the kids as well, the way it affect on the relationship segment?
Not always on the kids. No, it's not like that. You can
Okay.
see you can see Ketu in the fifth house.
Hmm.
People who have kids, just not like nahi Ketu fifth house. No, it won't work. No, ऐसा नहीं. I think if I remember Abdul Kalam ji's horoscope, fifth house Ketu. Kids is not there, but we know about his intelligence, learning,
Hmm.
some of a person is. Yeah. So it's not like that. Even if Ketu is there in the fifth, look at the level of learning or the amount of knowledge he has. And on the other hand, it can give you kids also.
Okay.
Yeah. It should be very deeply afflicted. Jupiter, fifth lord, house, nakshatra, to give not even 1% chance of having a kid and go for adoption.
So we're talking
Even
about
that
Ketu and dogs started barking here. Uh, okay, one
universe,
out of the conversation
universe
question,
prediction.
how you
Uh,
look towards the Nimitt while looking to the chart.
Mostly it strikes when seeing the Prashna also, right? I've not
Hmm.
done Prashna much, but
Hmm.
it actually shows how you are connected to the universe, how deeply you are connected. The links are there around itself, the answers are there.
It's just
So
we
that
don't
is the
have that
reason.
eye to look. Hmm.
That is the reason when talking about Ketu, at least you got a hint over there. Telling,
Yeah,
हाँ सही है.
I said ना अभी केतु की बात तो चल रही है कुत्ते भौंक रहे हैं बाहर.
That dog is telling that what I'm telling is correct. God
हाँ.
is sending me the message.
Nice, nice. So it was a great conversation, Priyadarshan. I would love to see you again, and we'll have more discussion like was
Uh,
healthy discussion. If somebody want to take consultation from you, what is the way, like how they can approach you, if you can give the way, or any understanding they want to take regarding their charts or want to take the guidance, what is the
okay,
way to connect to you?
okay. Like I'm available on Insta. It's Priyadarshan Hari, and you know in which platform I'm available and what is the ID. Like
Hmm.
if you would wish to put it, you
I
can
think
just
it's
mention.
better to you why don't you make a simple direct connect rather than going through a channel.
You know, I'm not that. I'm bit old school.
Okay. Don't worry, we'll onboard you, and I'll like if anybody want to connect to you, I'll do one thing. They can connect on my number, which is 9634945766, and
Perfect.
they can write that they want to have a consultation with you, and I'll route it will forward the details to you. That's how we
And
can
you can
process.
forward it to my email. Yeah, or you can tell me. That's fine. That sounds
Perfect.
perfect.
All right. Thank you
Perfect.
for joining, Priyadarshan. It was a great understanding, insightful session. And Next time, please reveal why it's fifth house strong Lord. It break the relationship, give the struggle in relationship. So I'll come up with my own research. You tell me,
Okay.
detective.
Okay. So what I want to tell is, I'm not telling what I have told is exactly right. You might
Huh.
have noted the points what I told. So please apply in the charts and how it
Exceptions
is
would be
going.
there, obviously. That's how research work.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you please apply it in the charts what you get. Okay, very strong, it gives a bad relation. Even afflicted, it gives a bad relation. Okay, we afflicted we know, but what I told in this session or in this
Hmm.
पॉडकास्ट
Conversation.
बहुत स्ट्रांग होता है तो भी दे सकता है
बेचारा
तो
इंसान चारों तरफ से मर रहा है. एफ्लिक्टेड हो रहा है तो भी दिक्कत हो रही है, बहुत स्ट्रांग हो रहा है तो भी दिक्कत हो रही है. नो अदर
they
वे टू
can
गेट escape.
they can divert their interest apart from relationship. That is a remedy. हाँ अगर if you keep thinking
Channelizing
of
the energies.
relationship, हाँ, distract it. It
हाँ.
make your priority something else. You won't be
हम्म.
sad. Why वही मिलना है? Why you want to get that itself, which is not there?
वो
And
वो इंसान
Ojaswini
की
is bit.
इच्छाएं होती है ना, कि जो नहीं मिला है वही
Hmm.
चाहिए नसीब में.
And I wanted to know one more thing. Ojaswini is bit more diplomatic. And in prediction, कुछ भी नहीं है तो मैं ऐसे ही बता दूंगा. If you're a very soft-hearted person, please, I want to ask sorry.
Yes, I know you have seen my chart, so I know I am diplomatic. I know how to
Hmm.
get a hold on the
Hmm.
conversation. So
Hmm.
thanks to good Mercury and Sun, not good, but
Okay.
diplomacy is coming from there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, no, yeah, I don't think astrologers should be diplomatic. I think
Hmm.
being straightforward will guide the client.
Okay. I mean, on this part, I'll say it's more of a, sometimes people just need counseling. I mean, you cannot change their
Yeah.
karmas,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
No, you can tell them the yeah, yeah, you can tell them the truth and provide the counseling part. That is different.
obviously
हाँ,
it's it
ऐसा
it
नहीं
should
कि
not
वो
be like, हाँ तो ऐसा
वापस
तो नहीं
आएगा
होता है कि वो
डरना
नहीं है बट उसके
मत
बाद में तो वो तो फिर that's like
हाँ
doing injustice with
right
your knowledge, with
yeah,
your
yeah.
work. So वैसा नहीं है.
Obviously we are humans. You have to just
Correct.
tell the truth and then come to the compassionate part. That is different.
करेक्ट करेक्ट, यहाँ उल्टा होता है, पहले
Yeah.
कंपैशन आता है बाद में सच आता है.
Yeah,
या
yeah.
हो गया.
And